Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Ashley Conrad. Joining me today, Darren Johnson and Brenda Dirks with the Oakley Lindsay Center. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. 'Tis the season for shopping. And one of our family traditions is, of course, craft fairs. And Quincy has no shortage. But yours is one of the longest standing. How long have you guys had the Christmas craft fair at the OLC?
We've done it every year that we've had the Oakley Lindsay Center, so since 1995.
30 years.
30-year anniversary.
Going strong. That's
Yeah.
excellent. And craft fairs always have a wide variety of things, basically something for everyone. And this fair is no different. Can you tell me a little bit about what attendees can expect when they visit the craft fair?
Well, they can sign up for, we're doing raffles all day, so people can sign up for giveaways throughout the day.
Okay.
There's going to be, our concessions will be open and all the vendors, the Santa and Mrs. Claus will be there. There's tons of different vendors, from food vendors to clothing vendors. We have games, we have cornhole, homemade cornhole games, just a ton of different things.
Yeah.
Jewelry, essential oils, I mean, all kinds of gifts. Just tons.
Right.
One of the favorites too
Christmas
is always
items.
Galena.
Oh yeah, we have a canning. They
Yeah,
have a
Galena
huge
Canning.
booth, of
Oh,
homemade
cool.
canned goods
Yeah.
that they make with their company, and for barbecue sauces too, all different. I mean, there's probably how many barbecue sauces?
Oh, there's
I mean,
dozens, I would imagine.
there is.
Yeah.
There's totally.
So something for foodies, something for boutique lovers like myself. You have
Kids.
pet items, I'm sure.
We have.
Yeah.
We have doggy
They're
items.
like our kids too,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh,
we gotta
absolutely.
shop for them too.
Skincare.
Okay.
People that maybe have problems with finding good skincare, there's some nice tallow and goat's milk type products that our different vendors have.
Gotcha. And this is like one of my favorite things is not only local, of course, but a lot of it is homemade. A lot of it showcases local talent, more organic than a lot of the goods you have to buy in the stores. So a lot of reasons to shop at these fairs, but Christmas is right around the corner. Of course, it's a Christmas craft fair. So what better excuse to go out and shop than you get one, I get one. I buy you something, I buy myself something. I'm not saying that's my rule, but maybe it will be this
I
year.
think that's your rule.
Yeah.
I kind of gathered that.
Am I that transparent? Okay, so you have all kinds of vendors. You have food vendors. You have your concessions. Santa and Mrs. Claus, you mentioned.
They'll be there Saturday and Sunday, right?
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so speaking of the days, what are the days that the fair is open?
We kick it off Friday night,
Friday the
the
14th.
Yes,
Okay.
sorry.
No,
Yeah,
you're
Friday the 14th, from 5 to 8.
Okay,
Then Saturday from 10 till 5. And Sunday 1 to 3.
okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
11 till 3.
I'm sorry, what did I say?
1 till 3.
1 to 3.
11 to
no,
3.
11 to 3.
But
Yes.
it's going Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so
Yes.
lots of opportunities to go out and check out everything that's available to you. And then admission prices.
$3 at the door, at the gate, I'm sorry, or the door,
Okay.
whatever. And then you can bring one canned good and get $1 off, so it'll bring it down to $2 to get in.
Perfect.
And
Very affordable.
if people want to bring more than one canned good, that would be highly encouraged, especially,
Sure.
I think that's kind of a big thing in the news right now. is-
Absolutely.
It's going to the Salvation Army.
Yeah, so we
their
definitely
food
want
bank.
to, we do that every year with the Salvation Army. And this
Food
year
pantry.
especially, I think is going to be really important for
Yeah.
the
Yes.
food items.
Yeah, so you can make an impact by bringing food items,
Mm-hmm.
get a lower admission, and shop to your heart's content.
Mm-hmm.
And kiddos 8 and under are free.
Correct.
So there you go. What?
And you know what? If they're 10, we're probably going to let them slide.
I
into-
mean, I wasn't going to say I'd lie
we're
about
pretty
my
we're
10-year-old,
pretty
but-
easy to get along with.
And the kids want to go, and then that's a good way to figure out what they want too, because kids can be hard to buy for. It used to be when you were young, you'd have all the toy commercials, and now it's like they have to actually see it to be like, oh, that's kind of neat.
Well,
so,
we like that ours is kind of the kickoff too.
Yes.
We're one of the first shows that happens, one of the first craft shows for Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's a good opportunity for people to come out and say, hey, I really like that. I want to, especially
that
the
on your
kids.
list.
Yeah, put that on my list. For
I
sure.
love it.
So,
I love it. All
yeah.
right, so Friday the 14th, Saturday 15th, Sunday the 16th, and you do not have to get tickets in advance. You can get
No.
them at the door.
Get them at the door.
Perfect. Oakley Lindsay Center, Christmas Craft Fair. Go check it out. Lots of stuff going on and something for everyone. And who doesn't love to shop? Perfect opportunity.
I'm pretty sure you do.
I do.
Yes.
I do. I can't lie. I'm glad you know that. I will probably see you the 14th, 15th,
I'm
and
sure
16th.
we will see you.
All right. Well,
Yes.
thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Coming up next, DOB and I sit down to talk about scams. How else can you avoid online scams? Shop local. We'll be back. Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition. With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition. Welcome to Cedar Club, Quincy's favorite local bar. A friendly corner bar with a laid-back atmosphere and affordable drinks. It's the perfect spot for a great time. With entertainment galore, including shuffleboard, golden tea, pool, foosball, and winning gaming machines. Cedar Club's latest edition is the best spot to catch your favorite game. Great drinks, great friends, and great times. Cedar Club, 20th and Cedar in Quincy.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
And welcome back. Now joining me, my pal DOB with the BBB. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. I noticed your phone's open. You're trying to get what tickets?
So the wifey wants to go see Morgan Wallen
All
this
right.
summer at Soldier Field.
Okay.
So I'm feverishly checking.
Yeah,
my,
I've heard that
I'm
a
like
lot of
last in
people,
line, I think, at this point.
I don't think you're alone. A lot of people want those tickets. So if we take a pause, that's why.
Yes.
Anyway, we're here to talk about the holidays. 'Tis the season to be scammed. I was telling you before we hit play here that I've known 3 people that have gotten scammed, and they're all they all have to do with advent calendars.
So that's interesting. So
Just in the past week.
I'd be interested to hear that because so let's go into what we sometimes see around this time of year. Obviously, we all have our wallets out, we all have our purses out. We want to buy things, we want to do good things for other people. I know that Black Friday is still a couple weeks away, but we're already being inundated with things online about sales and things of that nature. So the simple way is to go shop local. Would be one thing
Like
to
the
do.
craft fair we just talked about.
Well, the craft fair, so that is interesting. So when you do buy local, you get to touch it, you get to feel it, you get to try it on, you're not just hoping somebody sends that to you in the mail.
Right.
Now, you talk about craft fairs, you talk about Kris Kringle markets, you talk about all those things that also are associated with the holidays. Those things are temporary. Those folks may or may not have a storefront.
Sure.
So what happens if you buy your wife or your loved one a sweater or something at one of those things and it doesn't fit them? Well, what do you do then? Well, make sure you get all the contact information from that vendor.
Right.
Or most of them are going to have business cards, or they might have a website or a
Sure.
Facebook page. They'll say, oh yeah, contact us through us. Or through that form or whatever it might be. So
Ask about terms and conditions
correct.
before you buy.
Ask about all those things. Can I return this? Can what happens if it doesn't fit my loved one or whatever that might be? So that's one thing to worry about if you're actually doing things in person.
Right.
The other thing is obviously the online aspect of things, and the online aspect is obviously way bigger than it was even 5 years ago, certainly 10 years ago. More often than not, we're doing the majority of our shopping now online.
Right.
I know in our house it'll be probably 80 to 85% online.
We do a lot online, but I have been trying to get more conscious about shopping local.
Yeah.
Not just because of the scams, but because I want to support local.
Yeah.
And that's I'm not just saying that. I think it is important, and we have a really unique opportunity to do that here locally.
Yeah.
So very, very, it's a good idea to help you avoid both, but still get great quality goods.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
So try to do that when you can. But when you do shop online, you might, obviously you're going to be inundated with deals. They're already out there. You might see something on your social media. And if you're looking for whatever the the hot toy is if you've got a child, or the thing that your hubby or wife really
Damn
wants.
Labubu's or
Yeah, the
whatever the hell they
Labubus.
are.
I don't know what
Yes.
a Labubu is. Do you know what
Nobody does.
No
My
Labubus
daughter
in
loves
your
them,
house?
but yeah, we have them. I still don't know what they are. They're just little things.
Are they like Beanie Babies for a new millennium?
Kinda, and like a Furby kinda. They don't talk
Furby,
or
yes.
anything, but they're just like a keychain. But they can get expensive, and I know that there are knockoffs, and that's what my kiddo has because she doesn't really care. But if you're going in to find something that's authentic, and it seems too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah.
That's where the advent calendar snafu came up on 3 occasions.
So people are looking for advent calendars, and they're going online to buy these things. And then what happened?
So the description says, like on one of them, it was like little bottles of booze. Okay, that's what came, but they weren't filled with booze. It's just little like fiberglass designs of booze.
So they actually received something,
Yeah.
and the item wasn't the way it was portrayed
Yes,
online.
because it was like this. I'm sure it was like the fine print, if there even was fine print, because by using little bottles of booze, it technically was. It just wasn't filled with anything.
booze. Okay.
And then also with perfume, and I'm wondering if it's like the same style of company. They thought they were getting little bottles of perfume. They did in fact get little bottles of perfume, but with no perfume in them. So,
Yes.
and then there was another one along the same lines, but it's one of those things that now, even if you're reading the fine print, they're finding very, very clever ways to get around it so that there is no implication of wrongdoing.
So that's where you've got, those folks, not that they didn't do their homework, but they maybe
just got
didn't
duped.
understand what they were purchasing.
Right.
So we see that a lot, where things that happened in my house. This time last year, my wife went online, I'm going to call her out, and she went online and she went to this website that I tell her not to go to, which shall remain nameless.
I
But
think I know.
you do.
Yeah.
She was buying what she thought were bath towels. But instead of getting these beautiful bath towels that could help us, they're little hand towels.
Little wash rags.
And I told her, well, guess what? You have to get out of the shower with those. That's
That's your punishment.
That's your towel now.
I did that with the outdoor. It was like greenery, and I thought it was the size of my garage.
Yes,
and
I remember you
to
telling
be
us
like
that.
a placemat. I was like, well, that's what I get.
Yes, so
Too good
that's
to be
why
true.
that's why you've got to be careful where you buy from. And of course, if you're on a website that you're not familiar with, or you're dealing with a business that maybe you've not dealt with before, go online, go to BBB. You can put in the name of the business, space BBB, on what your favorite search engine is. You can see what people are reporting to them. And the fact that the business that my wife used, had she done that, she would have saw that their grade wasn't very great.
Right.
But why would she listen to me now? We've been married for 31 years. Why would she start now?
You don't know anything.
No.
I'm kidding. You know all the things when it comes to
So
scams
yeah, so
and
just be
shopping.
careful and do your
Yeah.
research. Payment is also a big deal at this time of year. Watch how you pay, especially online. If you're using some kind of electronic form of payment, that's just like handing over cash to that person.
Right.
So only do that to people who you trust and know.
Sure.
Or a legitimate business more than likely is going to take a credit card.
Yeah.
If you can't pay by credit card.
But that's how you want to pay, because those credit card companies have kind of like the fraud protection that if something were to happen, they can help you, they can back you up a little bit. More so than like a Venmo. I don't know if Venmo or like PayPal,
Well,
sometimes they have that.
They
but
do have a couple
depends on
avenues.
the vendor.
Correct. Well,
Yeah.
and if you say this is straight out friends and family purchase,
Yeah.
so that way you save on taxes and stuff. Well, you may save on a little on taxes, but if the vendor doesn't send that item to you, well, you're gonna be
Yeah.
out of luck.
Right.
So, there's all kinds of things. Payments big. Store policies for refunds or returns is big.
Yep.
Know things if you're going to buy some this might be the time of year where you might buy your son or daughter a computer, or
Right.
your young one a computer. And maybe it's not the one they want. And they say, oh, take that back, I want another one. Well, there might be a restocking fee in charge.
Sure.
And those tend to be 10, 15, 20%. If you buy a $1,000 computer for someone and they want you to return it, you're going to have to pay that business $100 just to get that, just for them to take that back from you.
Right. And make sure you're looking at the specs of that product. I've gotten myself burnt on that too, where it's
Yes.
not big enough hard drive or RAM or whatever the heck you call it. But yeah, product specifications, even if it is harder to discern what's real and what's not, as long as you're reading the fine print, making sure you're looking at terms and conditions, hopefully you'll avoid some of this. But really the only way to avoid getting scammed online is to shop locally.
Well, yeah, you can
Yeah.
shop locally, and then of course there are tools in our toolbox we can use when you're online. do a virtual visit of the place. If there's an address on the website, you use Google Maps for that. If there's a phone number, call the place. You can do a URL search to see how old the URL is through a website called whois.com. Now, if you go online and you see there's no address, there's no way to contact them other than the little contact us thing, that's probably going to be a red
Google
flag.
Maps
Yes.
image looks like a shed.
Or if it's out in the middle of a cornfield, yes.
Yeah.
Those are things you're going to want to avoid.
Probably red flags.
Yep.
Yeah, but try not to be too cynical when shopping. Just do your homework.
Yep.
The holidays are a great time. Supposed to be very special and warm, and a time for giving, a time for buying. Just make sure that you're doing your homework because we don't want it to be a time of
angst when you buy
angst,
the advent
or
calendar
broke
and
the
there's
advent
no
calendars.
booze.
I mean,
There's no booze in the advent
I
calendar.
just feel bad, but when I saw that picture, I was like, oh, that is something that would totally happen to me.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much for all of the information and good luck with the tickets. You're getting closer,
I'm
man.
getting
You better
closer.
keep an
Look
eye
at how
on
close
it.
I am. I'm most to the end of the
Ooh,
line. Most to the
Stacy,
front
you
of the
might
line.
be in luck, sister. All right. Well, thank you as always. Appreciate it.
Yep,
DOB with the BBB. Where do they go one more time if they want more information on the scan tracker or anything else?
Everything we talked about today was at bbb.org, or give me a call, 217-209-3972.
Perfect. Happy shopping.
Welcome out to Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer and it feels so right. I'll meet you out on Broadway underneath Shamrock Light. We're gonna have a good time on the patio tonight. There's a party down at Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer on a champagne night. We're feeling all alone and you got no place to go. So come down here and drink a beer on Kelly's patio. Kelly's a fun place to eat and drink. 2902 Broadway.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Utopia is now open every day from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. and till 1 a.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Chill out with a craft cocktail or an ice-cold beer. And Utopia's got the latest gaming machines with big jackpots ready for you to win. Need the perfect spot for your next celebration? Utopia features a beautiful event venue, available now for parties, reunions, and private events. So come see what all the buzz is about. The drinks are cold, the space is hot, and Utopia is ready for you.
And welcome back. Joining me now, Maria Poindexter, commander with the Hannibal American Legion 55. Welcome, Maria.
Welcome, thank you.
Yes, I'm so glad that you're here. Now, Michelle just did an incredible article on an amazing fundraiser you did, the Hunk Show, which
Yes.
when you think about the American Legion, your brain doesn't go to Hunk Show, but it was a fantastic event.
It was very clean and
Yeah.
very well done.
Very good. And of course, for a great reason, the American Legion, you're constantly fundraising, but you're constantly giving back to the community. So the Hunk Show was done in an effort to raise funds for a new roof, but you also raise funds in other ways, including the annual Veterans Ball, which is coming up. Can you tell me a little bit about this?
Yes, ma'am. That is this Saturday on November 8th.
Okay.
I'm selling VIP tickets for tables, and then those get in at 6 o'clock for
Okay.
appetizers first, and they get some special things at their table, and they get front row. And then otherwise it's just $30 single, $50 for a couple. And all the money for that goes into like a budget for the year for us to help our veterans in need.
Okay.
So, I mean, if somebody's traveling through and they're down on their luck and needs a hotel or two, for a couple nights, we can put them up for that.
Okay.
Gas money, if they just need some food, we'll go out and purchase with them.
Okay.
We don't want to just give them money, but we want to help them in other ways.
Sure.
So we'll go with them to get what they need. We'll meet them at a hotel and get them in a room and everything. And then make sure we bring some food at the same time. So, because if they're there for a couple of days, obviously they don't have money for food. So we'll bring some food over there for them.
Sure.
My big love is Toys for Tots.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm also a part of the Toys for Tots in Northeast Missouri, and I help in the warehouse, which I love to do. And this is my 4th year doing it. And so my big thing was giving back to them.
Okay.
Because it's the babies and the teenagers are always forgotten.
Yeah, right.
So those are the toys. Can't really say toys for them because
Right.
they're older, and they need the brushes and makeup or cologne sets and stuff like
Right.
that for them. And the babies is more bottles and pacifiers and blankets and stuff. So I try to remember about them.
Sure.
And so that's when I started doing this with Stacy, Stephanie, sorry. And we just decided what can we do together, and she's now our president of the Ladies Auxiliary, and so we've been doing this.
Okay, so you work together. Now, this is the second annual Veterans Ball, and as you mentioned, a portion of the funds raised go back into the American Legion, and then some go to Toys for Tots, which is near and dear to your heart, which I think that's incredible. But not only fundraising, this provides a great night to go have some fun, listen to some entertainment, have a nice meal, also support veterans, our local veterans,
Yes.
which, yeah, how incredible.
It's done very nice. We changed that hall into it's just wonderful. It's just great, and pretty much everything is donated.
Okay.
We have some awesome sponsors and stuff. I mean, the VFW, they didn't, because I'm trying to work with them all the time, and I think all of us veteran organizations should be working together.
Sure.
So they actually sponsored a table of $1,000.
Oh, wow.
So that's our first big one.
Okay.
And then we had some other smaller ones from General Mills, Becky Thatcher's ice cream parlor down there
Okay.
for $500.
Uh-huh.
And then I had just little sponsors of $100 where their name will go on the tables.
Sure.
So we still have plenty of those left.
Okay.
And then we just had some where the different grocery stores donated, so I can still go and pick up stuff from them.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes a village to pull something like this off.
Yes.
But you have, like you mentioned, gold, silver, bronze level sponsors, and still open to additional sponsors.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And you still have tickets available for
Yes,
the
ma'am.
event. Now, the event is Saturday, November 8th. Doors open what time?
6:30 if you're not a sponsor.
Okay, so VIP, which is a sponsor, you get in a little bit early, get your pick of the seat, right?
Well, actually, everybody has assigned seats.
Okay, all
So
right, but you'll
this-
be in the good spot.
Yes.
Right.
I'm always walking around.
All right, perfect. And then I noticed you have a silent auction, 50-50, and of course cash bar.
Yes. And
Okay.
then we also have a comedian.
Okay. Oh, fun.
And he's a veteran.
Well,
He's out of St. Louis.
how perfect.
So it's Andy, where is it? Upton?
So you have karaoke, you have the DJ. Where I don't see. That's all right.
I think, where his name is.
It's all right. But a comedian nonetheless, and he's a veteran, which is going to be incredible. I think that this sounds like a great thing to do on a Saturday, benefiting Toys for Tots, the Veterans, second annual Veterans Ball. Of course, honoring and recognizing those veterans, but giving back to the community. I love it. And then you also do community projects, which some of these funds lend themselves to as well. And that is, the next one coming up is...
Our annual community Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay.
Which Meals on Wheels is closed that day, so we make sure everybody on Meals on Wheels is fed.
Okay.
So if they need some dinners, they call in, we take care of that, we deliver. Anybody else down on their luck or just can't get out, we'll deliver to them. From New London area to just right before Palmyra.
Okay.
But we try to stay in the Hannibal area.
Okay.
We always look for volunteers for drivers, servers, and our biggest thing for donations is we need turkeys.
Yeah.
So our goal is 30 turkeys, and I do a countdown on the website.
Yeah.
We just started it, so as of
Okay.
yesterday.
All right. So you can use donations of turkey. So if anybody out there wants to donate a turkey to the Hannibal American Legion, reach out. We'll give some contact information in just a second. But the annual Community Thanksgiving is just a giving back event where you can get a Thanksgiving meal, dine in, carry out, and as you mentioned, you will deliver if necessary. I think that's incredible.
There's about 900 people last year.
Yeah, that's incredible. Well, I love what you're doing to give back. I know you have other events, so you'll have to come back and tell us all about that. Now, if people want more information on the Veterans Ball or the Thanksgiving Day meal, where would they go?
It would be at the American Legion in Hannibal, 3819 Highway MM, Hannibal, Missouri. Their phone number is 573-221-9444. 9698.
Okay, and you're also very active on Facebook, so if anybody
Yes.
is on social media, you can always look up the American Legion, Hannibal American Legion 55, find all the information there. You're doing great things. Keep it up. I'm sad I missed the hunk show, but maybe you'll do it again, and I'll come show my love for not only the hunks, but the veterans, and I encourage you all to do the same at any of the events and activities that you
Yes.
put on. I appreciate it, Maria. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. I think that does it for today's Daily. We'll catch you back here tomorrow for Club Money.